Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly, and we are finally going down Kaguya's route today. Um, so we've already gone through in chapter 2 too. We already chose him to play the mini game with, so we've kind of already seen that scene. So I'm not going to do that one again. But I'm going to start back in chapter 3-2 where we're supposed to make another choice. So nothing changed up to this point, but this is where we start doing questions. Okay, so here for his route, we're supposed to say I'm afraid of knowing. So, and this is where we had talked to Yamato, and then we were like, do we get the picture right? So I am afraid of knowing. I'm afraid of knowing. Besides, did this message go to Yamato too? I can't learn something that he wouldn't tell me himself. Eek! Motherfucker! As I stare into the screen, the message tone pings once again. Surprised I almost dropped the cell phone. I reposition it on my hands and open the new message. There's a picture this time. So, she doesn't want to know, but he tells her anyway. Interesting. So, okay. So then he still turns into a monster. So that didn't really change. We just chose a different option. I'm not really necessarily sure what. You only know half of it. Okay, so we just earned a trophy for that, but not much of a difference. I totally forgot we were going to do the frickin' other short story that we unlocked from doing the real world ending. Son of a bitch, I forgot. Totally forgot. So after this choice, we unlock something. Before we go down his ending, we'll go back and okay. So, I want to talk to someone. Okay, I want to talk to someone. Talking might not solve anything, but I can't get my head together by myself. I'm sure the others have all already gone to bed. I wonder what they're thinking about right now. Hello? My lonely thoughts are interrupted by a quiet knock at the door. That knock, it must be Kaguya? It's Kaguya. Do you have a moment? Kaguya? Of course we do, because we wanted to see you. He's the best. You know, it's funny, because he seemed to take a backseat to all the other ones, like in the very beginning, except for you're like, he's so sweet. And then when you get the ending, you're like, oh my god. It doesn't matter how much you love any of the other characters, he really is best. He's best boy. He really is. Like, and you know he's supposed to technically be the canon ending. So I am just really still hopeful that when we go down the summer camp route, we can change the shit and make sure he doesn't motherfucking die and we can be with him. Because, you know what I mean? Like, it'd be too cruel. It would be too much like Seven Scarlet to like just too much of ripping my heart out if we can't. Because even 10 years later, she can't stop thinking about him in the real world. You know, I mean, he can't die. We gotta be able to bring him back. And the fact that everybody else has like multiple endings, like an ending, I guess, that must take place here, and then an ending that takes place in the real world, kind of, obviously, except for Hokage, because we know. But him. So I'm really hoping for that. I'm really fucking hoping, and I'm trying not to skip ahead and like look at anything. I'm only looking at the guides now. And I obviously have the flowchart so I can see, make sure we don't miss anything. But anyway. When I open the door, Kaguya's face is brimming with the same gentle smile I had pictured him with. In an instant, his kind expression seems to relieve the tension in the air. I was like, what? What is it? I thought you'd already be asleep by now. I answer him, trying my best to seem calm. For some reason, he frowns as if dismayed. That was my plan, but a thought kept niggling away at me. About what? You mean Yamato? No, you. Kaguya stoops down slightly, looking me in the eyes. So he never forgot anything, though. That's what we're supposed to get. He didn't forget anything. Or I wonder. You know what I mean? Because, like, he knows the whole time that he's been dead this whole time. So I'm just wondering if he never forgot anything. Just like Moshiro never forgot anything. Like, they know who they are because they've been here for long enough. You know what I mean? So they know. But the rest of us don't. So, after hearing what you said, I was worried you might be crying alone again. I couldn't help but come check on you. God, he's so... Why is he the best? God. Would you just fucking hug him? You're right. All those things she said, none of them felt real, and my head is a total mess. But I'm not that much of a crybaby. You don't have to worry about me. Really? Yeah, I'm fine. No, you're not. You just wanted to talk to someone, and you've got perfect boyfriendo to talk to. I'm captivated by his clear emerald gaze. My heart skips a beat, thinking that he might have seen right through my attempt to hide my weakness. I see. I suppose I was mistaken. Perhaps I was being presumptuous. What do you mean? I wanted to comfort you if you were crying, but my merely being with you doesn't necessarily mean you would feel better. I am, I'm, and I'm sure you feel the need to be alone sometimes. I guess I might have been forcing my company on you. I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll be going. Oh, his gentle presence starts to draw away from me. Before I realize it, I'm grabbing for the hem of his clothes as he turns to leave. Benny Yuri? I'm sorry. I. As though in rebuke, I scramble to hide my outstretched hand with the other. I don't want him to think he's forcing himself on me. Having someone who cares makes me happy, and he does make me feel reassured. Of course, I don't want to worry him, but I want you to stay with me. I was just thinking about how much I wanted to talk to someone. If that's all right with you. Nervously, I reveal my thoughts to him. After opening his eyes in surprise, Kakia smiles gently at me and nods. That fucking, I just love that spray to him so fucking much. The over the shoulder look, I love it. The silence stretches on, filling every corner of the room. I motion for Kaguya to sit in a nearby chair, and then I take a seat opposite him on the bed. I can't quite figure out where to start, and the quiet continues. I kept him here without thinking about it. Now I don't know what I actually want to talk about. I can't think of anything to say. I hope I don't seem suspicious. I glance at him and he smiles back when he notices. That simple action is enough to ease my awkwardness. I realize that the tension in my heart is starting to subside. Oh, It's curious. Hmm? What is? You, Kaguya, you're a really curious person. It should be so uncomfortable to just sit here not talking. But somehow, just being here with you feels reassuring. Really? It's nice to know that's the way you feel. Though, I feel the same way. Being with you makes me feel as though I'm at ease. No, that's not quite right. Oh, that's not quite true. It isn't? I don't feel at ease. My heart is actually beating faster. I know this isn't exactly prudent, given our situation, but I'm happy knowing that you need me. We do. We need you so much. He really is a curious person. We haven't known each other for long, so I'd normally be worried that he has some ulterior motive for saying that, but I feel like I can trust what he says. It reminds me, on the day we first met, didn't you say you felt like we knew each other from somewhere? I feel like we know each other. He's like, we know each other. I think he knows who he is. Like, I can't remember if when we played through, he was like, I knew the whole time, or he remembered, oh, fuck, I've been dead for 10 fucking years. But I feel like he's been here for 10 years with Monshiro. Like, but why aren't they together? Have they never run into each other? Wouldn't they know? Like, they're both, you know what I mean? And I still feel that way. I think I get it now. If we do know each other from before, it makes sense that it would be calming for us to be together. I wonder if Yamato and Hokage have similar kind of connection. I don't know. It's possible. I hope they do. And then a memory long hidden in the recesses of my mind comes back to me. Yamato became a monster and disappeared. He worked harder than anyone to gather up the shards so that he could return to where he came from. He worked himself to the bone, and I was always so worried about him. All the while, I was afraid of something happening to him. And then it did. I feel a sharp stabbing pain in my heart. It's somehow warped like an invisible blade gouging into an old scar. I kept thinking about how I didn't want to lose anyone else, but somehow it happened again. I grimace at the sudden bubbling of emotions. This is the first time I've lost friends like this. So how could I be feeling this way? Have I experienced this in the past? This is the first time I've lost friends like this, so how could I be feeling this way? Have I experienced this in the past? Talk about a creepy sense of deja vu. Don't leave. Who's saying don't leave? Betty, hurry. What's wrong? My my head. Did your memory return? Memory. Yes. This probably is. Where'd everybody go? Don't leave me all alone. I don't know who's saying. Will I get to see you again? It's probably us asking the, Yamato and Karasuba. Betty, hurry. Are you all right? It seems like a few seconds have gone by. When I regain consciousness, I see Kaguya at my side, looking at me with concern in his face. I'm afraid of losing people. This fear in my heart feels more real than ever. I sense that it has deeper, darker roots inside me, far beyond just caring about my friends. I might have lost somebody close to me in the past. When I try to remember, my chest and my head, they hurt so badly. No! Betty, hurry! Oh, art collector. Huh? His outstretched arms wrap me up in an embrace, and I bury my face into his warm chest. Oh, calm down. It's going to be okay. He repeats those words gently over and over. He's so best boy. He strokes my back up and down as he speaks, like he's comforting a baby. There's no need to force yourself to remember. If you don't want to, then don't. Even if you don't have your memories, you're still you. Not every memory is a happy one. If they cause you pain, there's no need to remember. Kaguya? His voice is so full of sorrow that I'm a little surprised the way she just broke that up. It makes me wonder, what kind of picture did the master send to Kaguya? For some reason, nobody showed each other their cell phones when we got the photos. I wonder if Kaguya remembered something he didn't want to. Yeah, remembered he died. It's like, oh, fuck. No. But that's true. See, she brings up, I brought this up in a prior part, nobody saw the other person's, no, we never told anybody what we remembered. Oh, look, you can see his butterfly ring. But you know what it is? It's on his middle finger, because remember the ring she gave him? It didn't fit, and then he put it there. That's exactly what that is. I told you! Oh, that's so cute! Because everything's special to them, right? So, the ring was special to him, and he was probably wearing it when he died because he was a little kid. She had that butterfly clip on her, and because, she was remembering Natsu, right? So, anyway. For some reason, nobody... Okay, yeah, right. I'm so comforted by his touch, I end up closing my eyes. As I lay my ear on his chest, I can hear the thump, thump, thumping of his heartbeat. All that stuff about this world and our being trapped between life and death feels somehow distant when I'm like this. I just want to go down his path last, but you have to go down his leg first, so... Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't be touching you like this without your permission. Quickly coming to his senses, Kaguya stands up, looking flustered. No, it's okay. Thanks to you, I think my headache is gone. I should be thanking you. I'm really grateful. You're always by my side when I need you. Think nothing of it. I'm doing it because I want to. I want to be your strength, Beniuri. Kaguya. The sound of his voice, so full of love, makes my heart start to hammer in my chest. It's because he's your soulmate. Guys, why? This feeling, it seems so familiar. I'm going to head back for tonight. It's not good for us to talk so much that we stay up all night. Good night, Beniuri. Good night to you, Kaguya. I see him out and close the door before wrapping my arms around myself. Traces of his warmth still linger in my body. My shoulders, back, and even every last strand of my hair still radiate with it. If I knew Kaguya before I lost my memory, I wonder what kind of relationship we had. Was he a classmate? A close friend? Or maybe the vague sense that we shared some special bond? In the end, I'm unable to remember. Chapter 4. Let's go to the flowchart for a second. We can come back here, but what was the one that we got? That's Kaguya's episode. We got one. Hold on. It was... Okay, that's the endings. We didn't get one over here, right? No. We can do the summer camp one, but we're so not going to. I thought we opened a new one. Let's go over here for a second. No. Okay, here we go. Those ones are still locked. Oh, it was this one. I wish I could see you. Wait. Oh, this one's got unlocked. We just got this one unlocked from that. But there was one that we opened. I hate that we can never... Karasuba's episode. I thought we unlocked one... Hold on, let me go back for a second. Let me go back to the real world ending. I thought we unlocked a... Unlock short episode Shocking Reality. Huh, I don't see that one, though. And we didn't watch it. There's nothing up here. We did all those. Nothing is unlocked over here. Let me just see. I'm going to look for a second because I'm going to... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. It's this one. It's that one right there, which is... It's this one, which is Karasuba's episode. Okay. That's what it is. So we should have technically watched that first before we started down this path. So we're gonna watch it now, and then we're gonna watch the other. We'll watch this one up here. Well, you know what I mean. We'll watch that other one that we just unlocked, and then we'll come back. But we should have watched this first because I said that, and then I started playing, and I was like, "Frick, we didn't watch this." So it's going to feel a little weird, but then we'll jump back and we'll go to where we were in the next choice that we have for him. So we're not going to like skim through the whole game. So these things are going to be really weird, like very disjointed. But anyway, let's do this one. So why did I remember it? I let out a heavy sigh as I exit my room. That was me. I thought that was him. Yeah. I wish my memory hadn't returned. When I first woke up in the manor, I didn't know who I was. So killed amnesia. Oh, is this supposed to be him saying all this stuff? No memories at all. It was a blank slate. I was unarmed and had no way of protecting myself. I'm wondering if this is supposed to be Karasuba's brain. Like, instead of I, it's supposed to be him? Doesn't it make more sense? I'm going to read it like him until we know otherwise. But anyway, to be honest, I was worried. But I felt light and free from the past that had bound me. I gradually started to understand the reason why, but I pretended not to see. That's how I was able to enjoy my life here. But then a few days ago, a conclusive photograph pushes me into the depths of melancholy. A group picture, taken at the campsite outside the city 10 years ago. I saw my younger self, smiling innocently, and then my lost memories flooded back. Everybody except her must have thought they'd rather not remember. I wanted to erase my memories from my mind. I hated my past weak self. I couldn't protect what I loved most. I tried to forget my past and become a new person, but now I've remembered everything. No, I wasn't just weak when I was younger. Even now I hate myself for always trying to run away. Aww, such a little Debbie Downer. For within the circle of friends, I can continue to live this uneventful life, but there's something I've averted my eyes from. Before long, I'm gonna have to face it. All right. I try to rid myself of any second thoughts before knocking on the door in front of me. Karasuba, what do you want? Why did you take me out here? Come on now, don't look so annoyed. You can't give me a little of your time. There's something we need to discuss. It's dangerous to walk around at night. You should already know that. I know. It's just for a little bit. We can't talk about it in here anyway. If that thing is true, who knows what might happen? Smiling on the outside, I shout insults in my head. Ikage looks at me coldly. And? What did you drag me all the way out here for? It's gonna be like, I know who you are. Yeah, about that. Yes? You might not expect this, but I'm in love with Beniuri. I know that. What's unexpected about that? Couldn't be any more obvious. What? I was trying my best to hide it. I guess love just leaks out of me. Whatever. I guess that makes things easy. I need advice from you, Hokage. Why me of all people? Ask Hage or something. That's what I was originally gonna do, but it seems as though he likes Benayuri too. I'm not gonna help out my rival, you know? And? What do you want to ask? I want to know if my love for her will reach her. I'm trying my best to let her know, but she's not taking it seriously. Should I be more assertive? Or should I try sneaking into her bedroom at night? I wonder. What? He's such a slut. You better not do anything weird while I'm around. What? I can't. I'm telling you, you need to practice a little self-control. You'll not be sneaking into a woman's room while she's asleep. What would you do then? If a girl didn't like you back? Never thought about it. Aw, don't lie. Hikage, haven't you ever fallen in love? There was never a girl you thought was nice, that you wanted to be with. Nothing like that at all. No, not even once. My environment didn't allow me to. I see. Not even once, huh? Well, this is really weird, and like, is this why he gets a clue in to the fact that Hokage was not actually Kazuya? Because if you think about it, he's like, that's a load of bullshit, because we were kids, we were all in love with her. Fuck you, dude. Like, and he'd be like, But then again, if you think about it, he's never actually grown up. He's quote unquote supposed to have been here for like in this realm for 10 years if he's you know what I mean? So I guess even if they were like, well, I mean, you've been here since you were a child, so I guess no, you wouldn't have been in love with anyone because you've been here by yourself. Not realizing that, you know, he's just fucking evil incarnate, but whatever. I knew you were feeling down recently, but I had no idea it was over something as foolish as this. Can I ask you one more thing then? Something stupid, I'm assuming? You're not really Kazuya, are you? He looks right into my eyes. The sharp glare seems to be seeking out my intentions, and it's almost enough to make me flinch. I'm Kazuya. I see. Something's off, though. What does that mean? The Kazuya I remember got into an accident at the lake and never woke up. Is that what all that my environment didn't allow it business was about? Well, if you already know. Yes. Kazuya's environment would certainly make it tough for him to worry about girls. But there was a girl he liked. Didn't realize it? 10 years ago, Kazuya liked her. Talking about something from when we were kids. You're doubting me because of something that happened that long ago? Now I know you're not him. What? That time was special to us as kids. You wouldn't understand that unless you were there. No one else would know. I won't let them. If you really remembered our past, you wouldn't talk about it like it was insignificant. At the very least, if you were the real Kazuya, you'd want to be with her. Ultimately, you were still one of the good guys, so I kept my mouth shut about this. You might have Kazuya's face, but inside, you're someone else. What? His lips suddenly curl upward. The mood shifts and warning bells start going off in my head. And? Huh? So what if I'm not him? What do you mean? You're right, I'm not Kazuya. Admitting it is my reward to you for seeing through me. Now he's got the creepy red eye. What is it you'd hope to do? Just wanted to confirm it? What? The man with Kazuya's face freely admits that he's been deceiving us. Who are you then? Not that I have to ask. You're the master of the manor, aren't you? That's right. You're the one sending text messages with orders and pictures to us. I simply tried to match your modern methods of communication. You didn't like it? What's the point in that? It's simple. Souls that come here will depart for the other side if they have no memories. In order to chain them here, they must be forced to remember something. It's thanks to me that you're all able to remain here. You expect us to thank you? And why would you bother going to the trouble of assuming Kazuya's identity? Everything is easier if I pretend to be one of you in order to get you to cooperate and gather the kaleidoscope shards. Well, there are also other reasons, but that's a conversation for another day. He flashes me an ominous smile as he closes the distance between us. So, back to my original question. What do you want to do? You discovered my real identity. Now what will you do? The only thing I can do. I'm not going to let an imposter walk among us. We're done pretending to be friends. An unusually straight response from you, Karasuba. Are you sure you want this all to come to an end? There are some things you should keep secret, precisely because you are friends with someone. What do you mean? Crybaby princess. It's going to be real hard winning his ass over when we go down his route, huh? Crybaby princess. Fuck you. That's not nice. You know what? I just need a minute, okay? Oh, that was him. I thought he was talking about us. Oh, okay. No, it's fine. You can call him a crybaby princess. Well, that was your nickname. You were so weak and cowardly. You couldn't defend yourself when they teased you. When you were bullied, you just smiled like a sycophant and did nothing. How do you... You were always a bystander who did nothing. It was the same even on that day. When your precious friends were drowning, all you did was stand by and watch it happen. Oh, that's his guilt. His guilt that he was a scared kid. You were a bullied child. Oh, poor baby. I feel bad for him. Like, yes, you want to think like, oh my God, you should have jumped in and tried to save your friends and like helped. But it's like, but he was always bullied and sickly. So of course he would be scared and timid and like not, I'm going to jump in and save my friend. Like, you know what I mean? Like you can't kind of blame him for that. Plus he was like fucking, like what? 7 or 8 years old? Like they're fucking babies. They were just babies. Like that's so sad. Oh. But he still feels guilt over it. Like I should have jumped in and saved them. It's like you were just a baby. You were just okay. Aw. Because of that, Natsuki is dead. Kazuya is in a coma. If only you had gathered your courage and did something about it, they might not have ended up the way they did. You left them for dead. Stop! Crybaby princess. Cowardly princess. Such a weak, self-hating princess. So then he knows. So we're the only ones that don't know. Well, that's true. They remembered, and so of course they're not going to say anything. Like everybody remembers, and they're like, don't tell her that Cookie is dead, and don't tell her. Don't tell her. Like, so they of course would know because they remembered. But anyway. You don't want your pathetic true nature to be exposed to her, do you? The kaleidoscope is almost complete. If you expose my identity now, it doesn't hurt me in the slightest. But ending it like this would be no fun at all, so... Do nothing. Shut up and watch this unfold. And maybe then I won't tell her the pitiful truth about you. I do this as your friend, of course. He's such a fucking asshole. I love it. In the end, I can't say anything. All I can do is stand idly as the master of the manor walks away from me. So that's why he goes to the... Now we know what happened. Because, like, remember he disappeared and then, like, he hurts himself and he's like, oh, you're with that fucker. Yeah. Oh, we're all running around looking for him and he's been in here. This is that night. Okay, cool. I like that. Because if you think about it, that was kind of a loophole. Like, what happened? He just walked away. Now we know... Not that it would have mattered. It was just like he went off on his own. But anyway. Even here, all I could do was watch. I hate how weak I am. I hate the thought of her finding out who I really am. I'm pathetic. This is why I'll never get any stronger. I slip into a small room wanting to be alone. As soon as I'm inside, I let out a great sigh. What does it mean to be strong? Hiding your weakness like I have been can't be real strength, can it? I know it in my head. I understand all too well. I suppose we could have waited till his route to do this one. I thought it was going to pertain more to the real world ending, but I haven't changed at all. In order to become a man befitting her, I have to face everything without running away. I have to face them, but it's really hard to know because you're like, well, okay, it's Karasuba, but it was unlocked after we did the real world ending, so I figured it pertained kind of to that. Maybe more than just a specific. So we could have watched this on his route. So it's really hard, to determine what we need to do when with the side stories. So anyway, but my inner conflict continues. She might hate me if she finds out how pitiful I am. But if I run away, I'll be an even worse person than I am right now. I have to gather my courage. That's right. I'm right here on the edge. If I don't want to hate myself anymore, there's only one thing for me to do. To bring the truth out into the open. Once this night ends, I will be reborn. I will shed my old weak self. But until then, I'll hide in my cocoon, preparing my wings. Karasuba. Okay, so anyway. So that was that. We probably didn't have to do that. So let's see. Let's go to chapter 4-3. That's where next. We've already watched that. I don't think this changes anything because I think we already said what's his connection to Yamato. But we'll see if this changes anything. I think we've already done that because I think with this choice, where is it? Yeah, this one would bring you down the Yamato ending. So I think we've already technically done this. Because in here, there's a choice, and that brings you, so it would be Yamato's ending. Like this end with him here, not like, aww. Now we know why Manchido's a little weird. Look, I've been trapped here for 10 years. I have giant, goofy baby eyes. I'm curious, though. I think we've already done the right choice. We had to have, because otherwise we would have gotten Yamato's ending. Right? Got a bird feather on me. I want to see something. I'm going to open while this is skipping through. I want to go to Yamato and see what we choose in this chapter. Huh. Okay. God damn it. I can't click on the... Ooh. Wow. I wish it was a little bit faster to click through to get the choice. 5 minutes later. So it's weird because... Oh, do we not have a choice there? We didn't even get a choice. We're already in chapter 4-8. How the fuck did we... We're in chapter 4-8 already, so we don't get that option? Maybe not, but I don't know why it tells you to choose what's his connection to Yamato. Because there should be a choice there, but I guess maybe because we can't unlock Yamato yet. That was really weird. So that was pointless. We skipped through that for nothing. We don't actually have to do this because we already are going to go over here because we're going to turn away from the book, obviously. We're going to turn away from the book so we get here. So instead of that, why don't we go over and watch some of his short episodes? Let's see something. I want to see something. Okay, we've watched all those. Those ones aren't unlocked. Let's see what this one is. So this is one of his, and that's one of his. So let's watch some of these. Let's skip and watch some. How many years has it been since Mom died? She passed right after giving birth, so Haruka never had a chance to meet her. And she's still small, so she didn't quite understand the concept of death. But if there's a parent-teacher day at school, or if she goes to play at a friend's house, she starts to feel jealous of her friends' mothers. She asks, why don't we have a mom? Dad always looks distraught and says something vague like, your mother had to go somewhere far away. And Haruka believes him. When is she coming home, she would ask. Every single day, the same question. Dad would just say, someday, with a bitter smile. But in truth, that day would never come. I don't know how to explain it to her either. She'll ask me the same question, but all I can reply is someday. After a while, though, her innocent questioning starts to weigh me down. I don't want to admit that Mom isn't alive anymore. I want to believe she'll come back one day like Haruka does. But I'm the only older sister, so I can't tell her to stop asking about it. So I always try to smile and pretend like nothing's wrong. One day, though, Haruka throws a tantrum and won't listen. I end up getting really annoyed. But you're still a kid because this was unlocked in Kaguya's route. So it's really interesting if it's not oh, unless it's because she's thinking about him and wanting to be with it. Like, maybe. So, I don't know. Anyway. Someday! That's all you and Dad ever say! Why don't I have a mom? Erika and Itsuki do, but I don't. Dad and I don't know when she'll be back. If you're a good girl, I'm sure she'll come back. Oh my God, seriously, just fucking tell her. She's goddamn dead, kid. Jesus. Liar! I'm always good, but she doesn't come back. It's because... No! I want to see Mom! I want a hug! Come here, I'll hug you. I reach out my hand to pull her into a hug, but she swats my hand away. I'm dumbfounded by the sudden rejection. Haruka! No! I don't want a hug from you! I want one from Mom! Mom! Where are you? Please come home! People are gonna think I'm nuts. Like, listening to me cry. Anyway. Haruka, please don't cry. Mom! It's really hard to throw a temper fit and try to be, like, somewhat quiet while screaming so people don't actually think I'm throwing a fucking fit in my house. Meanwhile, when I swear at things in my house, I scream at the top of my lungs and I swear, like, stupid fucking internet! And, like, so they think I'm crazy anyway. Haruka cries and screams, assaulting my ears. I try to calm her down, but she refuses to listen. Her crying starts to get even louder. I want to cover up my ears and hide in a corner. No. Shut up. I want to cry too. It's not fair that only she gets to. I feel my emotions starting to bubble up inside me. Ugh, Haruka, you idiot! If you won't listen to me, then figure out what to do by yourself! Before I realize what I'm doing, I'm standing up and shouting at her in a thundering voice. Ah! She's just a child, but it only makes things worse. Haruka sucks in a sobbing breath and then cries even louder than before. I can't bear to listen to it, so I run out of the house. I'm running, but I have no idea where to go. By the time I figure out where I am, I've made it all the way to the park. What am I doing? I sit down on the swing and let out a dejected sigh. I feel so guilty for yelling at Haruka. She's just a little kid. But I was at my limit. I couldn't hold it in any longer. I want to see Mom, too. The tears start to flow. The dam inside me is broken and I can't stop crying. I cry and cry, the tears soaking my face. Well, then you just look weird. You're like a teenage girl fucking sitting on a playground crying, but why am I the only one who has to be strong? I'm sad too. I want to see her. Just because I'm the older sister, I have to work so much harder. Especially because you really weren't that old when your mom died. You know what I mean? Like, what were you, like 6 maybe? Like 6, 7. Like, your mom had just recently died, then all your friends died. Like, fuck, your life sucks. Like, I kind of understand her being, like, fucking messed up because, like, your mom died, and then your little fucking soulmate died, and one of your other friends ended up in a coma, and then your other 2 friends moved away, and now you're all alone with your whiny fucking sister. Like, dude, your life sucks. I mean, that's a lot of shit to go through before you're 10. I can't do it anymore. Ugh. Sob. I sit alone in the dusk, in hopes that the low light of the ending day will hide my tears. I sit there for some time, letting the tears run down my face. It makes me feel as if I'm the unluckiest person in the world, and that in turn makes me cry even harder. Kinda are. Spacey, what's wrong? What? A shadow looms over me. I look up and realize it's my old friend Natsu. Wait, what? But he's dead. But he's dead. But he's dead. But he... Wait. Natsu? Are you hurt? Why are you crying? It's nothing. I'm fine. But he... Wait, I don't understand this. Because they were kids, right? And she wouldn't have been... Haruka would have been... Even if she was born when she... Like, you know what I mean? Because, like, it's really hard because you don't know how old... You know we're in, like, high school. 16, 17-ish, right? So... at our sister... At least in middle school, so she's, like, maybe 13. Okay, so we were only, like, 3, 4 maybe when she was born. So... But so what? So is she supposed to be like 4 and we're only like 8 or something? She's like, and we're like 8 trying to be her mom. Like this isn't working right. Like who does that? Hey, you're 8 now. You're old enough to be your sister's mom here. Come on, we're only a few years older than her. It's not like, okay, well maybe we're in middle school and she's in elementary school. Like we're still a baby ourselves then if Natsuki's still alive. So what the fuck? That's messed up shit. I mean, I'm glad that he's not dead, but at the same time, he should be dead by now, and this should be us, like, more recently having this happen. Weird. You clearly are not. Your eyes are all red like a rabbit. No way. Is it that bad? I'm thinking that we're, like, sort of around our current age in this memory. Because it memories with a neighborhood boy, and you're like, oh, okay. But then when she's talking about her sister freaking out and screaming, it just... There's some, like, weird time shit going on with this game. Like, it doesn't quite make sense. Like, especially, like, we have to be way too responsible at, like, 7 or 8 years old right now for our 3 or 4-year-old little sister. And then we just left her home alone! For fuck's sake! That's messed up shit! Here, use this to wipe your face. Natsu takes out a handkerchief and hands it to me. Thanks. I rub my face and eyes. The area beneath my eyes stings a little as I run the handkerchief over it. There we are, all clean. You caught me at a bad time. Why were you crying? He sits down on the swing next to mine and looks over me, just like my old friend, as if we haven't spoken in forever. No, we're besties. It's nothing really. I just had a fight with my little sister. Is that all? You must be serious if you were crying that much. I'm happy to talk about it if you want to. All I can really do is listen, though. Natsu's gentle voice pierces straight to my heart. I can tell Natsu anything, even stuff I can't tell my other friends. I open my mouth cautiously. Well, you see, every day Haruka asks me or my dad the same question. Every day. Every day she asks us the same question every day. When is Mom coming home? But she passed away a while ago. I see. Today she got so pushy, I couldn't handle it anymore. I want to see my mom too. We're all hurting. So I left her at home and ran to the park. Then I couldn't stop crying. He's like, your sister's like 4. You left her home alone. That's douchey. I'm a terrible sister. I was supposed to cheer her up. Instead, all I did was take out my anger on her. That's not true. You were in pain too. Natsu, it certainly is lonely without your mother around. I understand how you feel to an extent. Huh? Well, you see, I don't have one either. In fact, I don't have a mother or a father. Oh my god! Why, game? Oh, this poor thing. I feel worse for him now. Oh, you poor precious little baby, and you're gonna die soon. Oh, you poor baby. Oh, oh, not so why. They've just got to make him like you. Just do you just not want to hug him even harder now? Like I just want to hug you till you break. Like I can't handle it. Why are you so adorable, you poor thing? Really? You don't? I'm living with some other relatives right now, but I have no idea where my parents are. Oh my god, he doesn't know if they're dead. He just doesn't know. I don't know where they are. It's like they abandoned you. This poor little baby dear. That's why I can't say I know exactly what you're going through, but I do know how sad and lonely it feels when your family goes away. Sometimes you just want to cry. It's okay to cry. Do your best to smile even when you're sad. Be like, why are you so adorable? Natsu. I sobbed first. Natsu's kind words make me want to cry even more. I know, right? Cry for him. Jesus, this poor thing. Despite looking as though he himself might break out into tears, he places a gentle hand on my head. I'm sorry, Natsu. I'm sorry. It's all right. No one is watching. Ugh. I shouldn't cry. I shouldn't cry. The more I think it, the more tears fall. Natsu continues patting me on the head, just like my mother used to do. He's such a sweet little baby dear. I love him. Thank you for listening to me, Natsu. It's okay. I'm glad you're feeling a little better. Natsu. Oh, that reminds me. I just remembered. Supposedly there's a place where you're able to see those that have passed on. There is? Yes, I saw it in a book I borrowed from the library the other day. It was a fairy tale. Oh, really? What was it about? Two beautiful white butterflies that were very close. Oh my god. One day, one of the butterflies dies. The one left behind wants to see the other very badly. And it hears from a traveler about a place where one can see those one wishes to see. And so it goes on a journey to find it. Oh, what kind of a place was it? Hard to say. I'm not sure myself. If a place like that really did exist, I could take Dad and Haruka to see Mom. You could indeed. It's nothing but a fairy tale. But it feels real when you talk about it. Is that so? My tears have stopped, and my cheeks are dry now thanks to the gentle breeze. I feel a lot better after talking to you. I'm glad. You look much brighter than before. Natsu gazes at me. Whoa. His face is close to my own. My heart starts racing for some reason. I can't look him in the eyes, so I look down at my feet. What's wrong? Do you feel sick? No, I just, find myself stuttering and struggling to compose myself. But again, like, you wouldn't be thinking, like, oh, this is awkward and weird and embarrassed when you're, like, fucking 7 or 8. Ugh, I can't think of an excuse. Spacey! My ears perk up at the sound of the familiar voice. I look over and see Haruka standing near us, looking embarrassed. Haruka, why are you here? I was looking for you. I thought you went away because I was bad. Haruka's cheeks are red from crying, and she grips the hem of her skirt. She's like 4, wandering around the city. You're a horrible person, Spacey. I hesitate to find the right words, but Natsu taps me lightly on the back. Give her a hug. I think that'll be the best way to tell her what you think. Okay. I get up off the swing and walk over to my sister to give her a big hug. She must be relieved because she grabs me around the waist and holds me tight. Haruka... You were right, Natsu. Looks like you made up after all. I'm glad. Thank you for being there for me. I'd like to keep chatting, but I have to take Haruka home now. Of course. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night. I take Haruka's arms off my waist and we hold hands as we walk home. A place where you're able to see those that have passed on. I hadn't heard of that fairy tale until Natsu told me about it. I thought Haruka might be interested too. Ultimately, though, I decided it would be better to keep it to myself. I hold her hand as we continue our twilight walk home. Twilight walk. Yes. Okay, so I wish I could see. But that's because but he's dead. I don't understand that. But anyway, so we're gonna open his other short episode. He's gonna end up being 2 parts probably because we gotta go. We'll go through chapter 4-9. I think we already said I have to, whatever it takes. I'm pretty sure I already said that, but we'll just make sure. And then what we'll do is then we'll go into chapter 7 and do his ending. So, but we have 3 more of his 3 more stories after this one that we're gonna do this one, and then we have 3 more short stories, right? Did I say that? There was 3 in there? Yeah. And then we'll do his ending. So the next part will probably be short. But yes, I want to unlock it. Dating partner. We search for things that resemble daily life to stitch together this abnormal existence. Could be enjoying delicious cooking, having a fun conversation, or even finding a toy that brings a smile to our faces for whatever reason. And I think the book Kaguya is reading is one of those things. What are you reading? Oh, Betty Hurry. I was looking through the books on the bookshelf, and I stumbled across a romance. Oh? You read romance stories? What are you, a girl? I'm just kidding. It's really funny coming from me that I'm sitting here like, you're reading a romance story. Ugh, vomit. I hate fucking romance books. I really do. It's weird. I hate romance genre. I like science fiction, fantasy, mystery, thriller kind of stuff. I don't like, the happy-go-lucky, like real life, like, stories of love and friendship. Like, I hate that stuff. And yet, I love fucking Otome visual novel games. It's really fucking weird. I cannot. But, like, if I were reading a book, I would just be like, oh, this is so awful and bullshit. And I don't mind, like, obviously, like, in some books when you're reading, there's a little bit of romance, and you're like, okay, I don't mind that little bit in here and there. But I hate it when it's like, I'm supposed to be reading a mystery novel, but this is basically like, there's a mystery, but the primary plot of this is like, gee, just when is she gonna rip off his clothes and fuck him? Because that's basically the whole fucking thing. This is a goddamn romance novel with a little bit of mystery sprinkled on top. Fuck you. I hate that. I hate that. Although you have some that, like, I read way back in the day. Oh, Victoria Holt. She wrote those romancy novels. Like, and actually have some of those from memory that I'm like, I remember some of those. Those were good. And I would probably reread them again. Because she's been dead for, like, fucking forever. And those books are all out of print. But my mom had some of them. And I remember reading them ages ago. And there was, like, one. This is totally random. But, like, that was about a woman who gets captured and ends up in, like, a sultan's harem or whatever. And she's like, and I don't really remember. I just remember that bit of it. And that's the only thing I remember. And, like, but I remember, like, liking the book. So I don't know. I should read that again someday. Like, I would reread those just because I have memories of reading them, like, ages ago, probably when I was, like, 13 or 14 or something. Probably should not have been reading those books then. Oh, but, whatever. But yeah, romance stories are fucking like the bodice rippers. I can't. It's just, no. God, this is so bad. No. But these are my guilty pleasures, these fucking games. I don't know why I hate romance novels, but I fucking love Otome. I fucking love this shit. I can't handle it. Like, there's something seriously wrong with me. I don't know. Anyway. Does it not suit me? I think it's nice to read one every once in a while. Oh, that's adorable, though. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. It's just, men don't read books like that often. You're right about that. Especially the ones around here. Yeah, there's something I can't picture at all. But I have to say, I'd be interested in their reaction if they did read one. I think that would be impossible. That's a very strong response. So what's the book you're reading called? Wondering what it's about, I checked the title. Oddly, it seems to tug at a memory. I know this book. It was really famous, and they made it into a movie. Oh, really? I had no idea. Of course you didn't, because you're dead. I know it's famous, but I never read it. What's it about? In short, 2 estranged childhood friends reunite and fall in love when they start going to high school. Oh! It's like the story of our lives, if you think about it. What? Well, except for we're not estranged. We've always loved you, but you're dead. Wait. Stroke his cheek. We'd stroke his cheek with the back of our hand, but the pointer only lets us stroke his cheek with a finger. I've got problems. I got 99 problems, and this game is like half of them. A third of them, because I'm playing 3 of these. Anyway, the journey to that point is quite romantic. For example, oh, spin me. Look, he's like, For example, they go to different high schools, but they know each other through friends. Go on. They don't know they were childhood friends at first. After hearing about each other, they begin to fall for one another. And when they finally meet, they realize they were childhood friends. Yeah? So they start dating? This is so fucking adorable, because I think he knows. And he's like, so like, they don't know they were childhood friends, but they like each other. And then all of a sudden they realize they were childhood sweethearts. And you promised to marry me. What the fuck? And I'm dead. Oh. Just pretend I'm not, okay? This poor fucking thing. Oh, he hurts me so bad. Anyway, yeah, so they start dating? Kaguya? Oh, sorry. Yes, they date. The confession scene was thrilling. What did they say? Well, wait, Benny, are you going to make me tell you the whole book? Why don't you read it to me? That'll be sexy. You were answering everything so thoroughly, I got interested. What happened in the confession scene? The boy thought the heroine liked someone else, so he takes the heroine by the arm and says this. At the very least, just for now, accept my words and look only at me. I know I made him say it, but this is kind of embarrassing. Sorry. Don't apologize. It just makes me more embarrassed. Oh, he read the lines for me without any complaints, but it does look kind of embarrassed. I wonder if it's easy to say lines like that if you're in love. I think a lot of that has to do with them being in a story. But they do say that love is blind. Maybe you wouldn't care how embarrassing your actions or words were. You don't. You don't. And then you look back later and you're like, fuck, I was stupid. And at the time you're like, oh, I will never, oh. And then later you're like, oh, goddamn. It's the same thing with aging. You're like, at the moment, you're like, I'm the smartest, I'm so fucking smart. And then 10 years from now, you're going to be like, God, that was fucking stupid. Same thing when you're in love. You know why? You know why? You know why? Do you know why? Because people are stupid. We're all stupid. We're smart now. We were stupid then, but we're going to be stupid in the future. Well, in the future, we're going to be smarter than we are now. We're going to think our present self is stupid. So it's just how it goes. Always going to be stupid because people are stupid. Anyway, like making out in the classroom or saying I love you before going home. That's really something, huh? Still, it sounds like something a high schooler would do. Yeah, a love story between high school students. An ordinary story about the real world. All of that seems so far away now. It truly does. Have you not had time to think about school or love? Kaguya peers into my face as he asks. I feel a little agitated when he says the word love. I'm not really sure. How about you? Me? Well, I envied the characters when I read this book. Envied? Hesitating whether to talk to someone you like, being happy from hearing just one magical phrase, and those kind of things can be really nice. I didn't know that's how he felt. Because he's like, I have loved you for 10 years, I have been dead. Sucks, man. My whole life, literally, because my life wasn't very long. Does he like me? Does he hate me? I guess you'd go through a roller coaster of emotions thinking that. Yeah, there was a scene like that. It was really insignificant, but to the characters, it must have seemed huge. Yes, you tell yourself that maybe you're overthinking it, but you also can't help but worry. Uh-huh. Is there anyone you like enough to do that with? Huh? Me? Yeah, it sounded like you knew from personal experience. I think it's more like any girl is someone like that. They don't have to be in love. It could also be someone they respect. They'd act the same way. I see. Have you dated anyone before? I know we're talking about love, but Kaguya's persistence is still making my heart race. No, I don't think so. Oh, really? I see. So of course he's like, oh, you don't remember me. Because we don't remember him. He looks happy. I don't know what to tell him. Or he's happy that it's because, you know what I mean? We don't remember, though. So we don't remember being in love with him when we were kids. But at the same time, if you think about it, he's like, so you're in love with him? And you're like, nope. He's like, oh, thank God. Because if you're like, yeah, I have a boyfriend back home. Oh, we're going to get married someday. He's like, because he's been pining over you and his death. I mean, that's rough. So I understand. I get it. Kaguya, you seem like you'd be really popular. You're all calm, like you already have a girlfriend. Oh, really? I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah. Thank you, but there's no one like that for me. No one at all. None. So, you have your memories? No, but I know I don't. Oh, really? You seem like you would. I could say the same about you. Well, you technically do. It's me. But we were children and you died, so. All I can do is hope to fall in love. It all feels like a story in a book. If we're talking about hoping for it, then me too. I wish I could fall in love with a wonderful girl like you. You already are. Oh, he knows it. He knows it. Well, huh? Kaguya looks right at my confused face. That composure is what makes it look like you have a girlfriend. I'm not calm at all. I'm just voicing my honest emotions. The one I truly long for is, well, let's just say that's a long way away. I can accept it calmly. For now, that's all I can say. He starts to look a little sad. I've made things awkward, haven't I? I'll go make some tea. You'll be joining me? Yeah. We stopped talking about the book, but my heart was racing the whole time we talked about love, because the subject so rarely comes up. Kaguya said that he longs for love, but someone wonderful like him should have no problem finding a special someone. Because it's us! But what if we were to fall in love in this world? What would happen? How would it end? See, you're thinking about falling in love with him. It's because you know. Anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. And then when we come back in the next part, what we'll do, we've got, we only have 2 more of his. Oh, we only have 2 more episodes of his. We have 2 more episodes of his, and then we have this ending. So it'll probably be a short part, I'm thinking, because I don't want to jump into Hokage's route. I want to give us breathers in between. So we'll do that. Yeah. We have to go through. I think we've already done the stuff for chapter 4-9. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we've already chose I have to, whatever it takes. I can go back and double check that. And then if we haven't made that choice, then we'll start there. But, I think we've already done that, so we'll just start at chapter 7-1 where we choose and we go down his ending. But we'll do that after we do these, so that's the last thing we wrap up on. And then what we'll do is we'll go in and look at all the CGs and stuff. So I realized after the last part where we did the real world ending and ended it because we were long, and I was like, oh, we didn't look at the CGs. But some of the CGs, if they have multiple characters, are in both of them. So what we'll just do is go through, we'll look at Kaguya's all the CGs in his folder. When we're done with his path, we'll go through, you know what I mean? And then there's the grouping of others that's not in any specific person's, or could be also in theirs. We'll do those at the very end of the game, and maybe we'll go through all and just check and make sure nothing new popped up. There might be ones for Kaguya that pop up after the fact. We'll find out. But we'll do that in the guys' routes at the end like we would normally do, so that we don't worry about it. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time, and we will finish, and we'll see his ending. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more.